Hello Drone Racers, I'm Mark, and today we're going to continue Hawk Week on Drone Racer 101 with an update to the BabyHawk-R. I reviewed this a couple weeks ago and it didn't work out so well for me. It flew okay, but the flight time was super short, like 30 seconds to a minute, and there were a number of things that went wrong with that. First up, in the video, I forgot to save settings repeatedly, so the warnings actually came on too early. They came on at 3.6 volts, which is way too high. That swayed it partially. A lot of people commented that it looked cold and that would affect batteries, but I fly in the cold a lot and have not had the problems that I had with these. I keep the batteries warm before the flight. I usually keep them in my pocket, and I haven't had this type of issue with those. Now with those flights, I was using the Pulse 650. This is a 3S battery, and it went about a minute. It could have gone another 30 seconds probably if I had the voltage set up properly. Again though, this is a good battery. It just has eaten it up. I'm already at 3.5 volts. What's up with that? It's good, but my battery's already dead. 39 seconds. Battery's dead. This is a Pulse battery, Pulse 3S 550 battery. So apparently this thing is super battery hungry. I'm gonna need some bigger options. But then I got a couple of new things. One, I got the G&B 550 battery, which G&B have just become my favorite batteries. So first up, we've got a flight with just the G&B batteries. I'm using the stock props still at this point. Okay, let's try this. Boy, this thing is agile. So we are at 3.6 volts at 30 seconds. This is a brand new first use on this battery though. Boy, it just sounds like it's going crazy out there. So there we're almost at a minute. At least we're in acceptable range now. All I did is change the battery with a 3S 550 milliamp battery. There's a little soft at that point. We're doing good though. Now we're at a minute and a half. Night and day difference compared to last time. Night and day. We still haven't gotten a warning on battery yet, which is pretty darn good. Low battery. Certainly doesn't float like the 5-inch I just flew. Oh, all right. Okay, so that was a night and day difference. That was totally acceptable. I also wanted to try, I got a brand new G&B 650 3S battery, so we'll see how much of a difference 550 makes versus 650. Okay, this is a 3S 650. So this is a little bit heavier, but it's quite a bit bigger battery. So if I can get 3 minutes out of this, I would be awfully happy. It seems to just struggle to get up in the air a little bit. So with the 650, I don't think I'm going to necessarily get much more flight time. I hit 3.3, but I kissed it. We just barely kissed it. So I'm going to say 2-minute flight times, no problem at all. These batteries are just better. Just better. I just don't like those other batteries. Oh, we're up to 3.5. We haven't even really gotten a warning yet. Okay, now we have. There we go. Once it goes down, baby it and bring it in. So on the 650, it only went about 10 seconds longer, and it felt just a lot heavier. I mean, it's not that much bigger battery, but I could feel a big difference. But this battery did do a lot better at the lower voltage. I set it to worn at 3.3 volts, and it was fine on the 650, but with the 550, once it hit 3.3, it was dead. I needed to land right away. If I'm going to fly with the 550s, I would probably set it to 3.4 volts to land because 3.3 just was too low for this battery. But then I also got some other props. These are the Gemfan Hulkie props. So these are a lot less aggressive. Performance should be affected, but I should get better flight time. So let's see how that does. All right, we've got some new props. This is a 550. Not as fast. That might be all right. Sounds like a ghost. So flight times are way higher. You can already tell. I mean, we're only 3.5 volts, but power is a lot lower. Yeah, we're at 2 minutes with the small battery now, and we have lots and lots and lots of flight time. So if this is what you want, this is a really good option. Just depends. Okay, so there it dropped from 3.5 to 3.3 real fast, and we are we're just over 2 minutes. But I've been beating on this thing, beating on the battery really, really hard. So we're dropping now. So this battery, when it goes down, goes down. So that was with the 550 battery, and it definitely went longer. It did better that way. There was noticeably less power, but it was probably a more pleasant flight experience with these Hulkie props. And then I tried a 650, and that didn't work at all. And I broke a prop because there was a crash. Didn't make it the full length of that battery, but it did okay. So I think my preference is probably with the 3S 550 and the Hulkie props. I got enough flight time that it was good and enjoyable, and I could get out and do what I needed to do without feeling like I had to land right away. And it was still plenty fast, so that made a big difference. So there we go, some new good batteries and some different props turned this into a great little drone. So if you found this useful, leave a like and a comment down below, and let me know if you want to see this with the 2.5-inch frame. Then we can put even bigger props on it, and I think it would do even better. You know what? You could almost make... Nah, you couldn't. There's a bigger frame available to be able to fit 2.5 props, and I've heard that really lets this shine. These motors are strong enough to be able to just turn those, and you get much more efficiency out of a 2.5-inch prop. So do you want to see that next? So until next time, remember, if at first you don't succeed, just try some better batteries. Much better throttle response. Oh my god, that was close. Oh, God. Thought I lost it there. I thought I went right in that puddle. Lazy Sunday drive. Around the trees. Not doing much of anything. A little crash here and there.